everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, D.A. Thanks. So the opening lineup for the Heat, the wing set for him, Hero and Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Irving is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. And of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired. Not only young, Spo was the first Asian American head coach in any of the 4 major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, we know how Tyler Hero's a bucket, but still lots of room for growth. Last season, the 6th Man of the Year winner. He really did struggle, though, in the postseason.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first one falls. And Greg, you look at the playoff shooting percentages for Hero, tailing off from his regular season numbers.
And Kevin, that's not uncommon for a younger player, but the playoffs are what matters. And to be a star, that's when you've got to deliver.
And Hero drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Passes it to Durant. Butler against O'Neal. Nets passing it around. Charity stripe shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, how about the concentration by the 6'10" Simmons? Ridiculously good at completing these chances despite the D's best effort.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
That's good from Simmons. And looking at the explosiveness on the floor tonight, Steve, this game should be filled with highlight reel play.
I love it, Kevin. Fans love watching these matchups, and we do too.
Now, here's Adebayo. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. It's stolen by Martin. Now, Lowry. Hero on the wing. Back to Lowry. 3-pointer. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
O'Neal inside. Defended by Butler. Claxton. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And it's Miami's ball, and this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And they usually came out on top when these 2 teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
And here we go, Brooklyn fast break. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Heat on D. Here's Irving. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
The pass to Adebayo. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Simmons passes to Claxton. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
Pass to Butler. Out to the right wing. Here's Adebayo. That shot misses. Nice D from Durant.
They are out of rhythm, 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside Butler. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
Selfless pass by Butler. He's always ready to put the team's success ahead of his own.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Now Hero following Durant's three-point attempt. Hero kicks to Lowry. Loads it up for Adebayo. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the man who many consider the greatest Raptor of all time, Kyle Lowry.
He said he plans to return to retire in Toronto someday. He's already had a street named after him there. And in time, probably a statue in his honor as well.
Here to put on a show, your Brooklyn Nets.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a new group in for the Heat. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson comes in for Caleb Martin. Max Strus is checked in for Hero. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Kyle Lowry.
And in terms of size, not your typical center. But, man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Pass to Mills. Back to Warren. A fader. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Passes to Strus. Here's Vincent, covered by Mills. Now the pass to Butler. Crafty move. And it's good on the way in.
The physical abilities of Jimmy Butler, wow. Using his power and speed to make plays inside.
Now here's Mills, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The three. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
Pass to Vincent. To the wing on the left. Butler against Warren. Butler, no good. Brooklyn leading by 5. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shots good from Butler.
Wow, the strength of Jimmy Butler fends off defenders well when he goes up to score.
To the inside. It's Curry. That time on the assist from Harris.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Vincent. Driving inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
He goes up again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Miami, Gabe Vincent at the line with 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Thomas. No good on the last second attempt there. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nets out in front, up 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Here to put on a show,
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. At the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Martin is out there with Max Strus, and it's Adebayo in at the 5. Kept alive. Adebayo, Simmons with the defensive effort, and Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
And winning has become more consistent in Miami than ever. Jimmy Butler was acquired, made it all the way to the finals in his first year, and have steadily won games each season.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Martin against KD. Over Martin. No good from Durant. Miami trailer. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Strus. And it's sent back by KD.
Good aggression from KD on D, hustling to get a hand on the shot.
And it's Drews missing.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And with the Heat, GA, they've been a consistent force in the Eastern Conference.
Kevin, lots of talent up and down that roster, from stars like Butler and all the way down to the role players. This is just a solid team.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
But hey, a win is a win. Sometimes you're not going to play your best, so you have to just gut it out, right?
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Edwin Sumner. And O'Neal's subbed in for Thomas. And Miami also making a switch. Oladipo's checked in. Outside Martin. Passes it to Hero. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Hero's got 5.
A knockdown three-point shooter. Tyler Hero knows he has the green light to fire.
Tries from 10. Here's Claxton. Miami grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. The pass to Oladipo. Back to Lowry. We know trade talks have really ramped up here recently, and being a part of a rumor or Steve actually being traded can really affect a player mentally.
Yes, Kevin, especially the first time it happens. It's a business, and as a player, you have to learn that quickly. You have to try not to take it personally.
And Durant gets it to go.
Certain guys have a nose for scoring the ball. KD draws contact and makes the adjustment.
Lowry against Simmons. At the elbow, Martin. He kicks it to Lowry. Pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Pass to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
It's hard to contain KD when he's going for a dunk. He's long and athletic.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Outside Lowry. Kicks it to Oladipo. Left side Martin. Trying to get open is Adebayo. 1:32 left here in the second. Here's KD. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got 8 points.
Relentless at the offensive end. KD challenging the heart of the defense.
Pass to Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
And last season, Bam Adebayo said it was disrespectful that he wasn't named a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, no arguing here. He's definitely an elite defender. Second team all defense 3 years running. Great toughness and versatility.
And he can't get the first one. And Bam Adebayo. Steve, what a force he's become over the years.
He has, Kevin. The impact really started once he became a starter. And you've seen his scoring go to the roof.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Joe Harris is checked in for O'Neal. Curry comes in for Irving. And it's Mills in for Nicholas Claxton.
Bam Adebayo has been fairly solid from the line throughout his career.
And here's Mills. An easy 2 points on the layup. Mills has got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Vincent the pass to Butler. Here's Vincent. Fires for three. A rebound by the Nets. Simmons got 4 rebounds in this game. Feeds it to Mills. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got his 5th assist in this one. The Heat trail by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Edmond passes to Butler. And oh, he just jams it right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
Explosiveness by Butler. Leaping way off the ground for that dunk.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
KD against Adebayo. Durant inside. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Durant's got 10.
Durant with those long arms able to attack the defense while protecting the ball.
And so it's Brooklyn bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we're playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we playing like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. And they had their fingerprints all over that second quarter, coming back from a deficit and building a 7-point lead. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Please give a big round of applause.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Brooklyn leading by 7. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
The Nets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That's good from Irving. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
That one is no good.
If you're looking for entertainment, you've come to the right place. Kyrie puts on a show every night.
Count it, good. Heroes got 9.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
That was a good play call, attacking with the right guy in the right situation.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
This team needed a spark, and boy, did they get one with that incredible attack at the rim.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. Hero finds Butler, 4 on the shot clock. There's the 3. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Outside, Simmons.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Butler dishes to Martin. Heat moving the ball around. Outside Butler. And there's the pass to Hero. And here's Martin. There's the triple. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got 5 rebounds tonight. He kicks to KD. Right side Irving. Back to KD. Lets it go with the 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist by KD. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hero passes to Martin. Looking to end the run. Not going to go that time. Nice defense from KD. Nets leading by 13. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. O'Neal kicks to Durant. Over Martin. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Lowry passes to Adebayo. Back to Lowry, to the middle. Butler, no good. The Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Butler against O'Neal. Here's Claxton, and he jams it with authority.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Timeout called, the Heat. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Robinson. Pass to Strus. Butler against Warren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Relentless. Jimmy Butler looks to put pressure on the defense every possession.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is worth it.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity, perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
And so Butler nails both of them. Steve, Jimmy Butler is definitely a defensive difference maker.
He is, Kevin. Back in the 2021 season, Butler led the league in steals. He is so committed to forcing you to make mistakes with the ball.
Warren finds Curry. Now, here's Sharp. It's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Heat trail by 17. Pass to Strus. Here's Butler. Robinson with it. Guarded by Harris. Outside Robinson. And they'll get another chance. Dedmon. And no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Curry, good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Robinson misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harris looking it over. Now here's Mills. Defense right on him. Back to Harris. Fires from deep. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Plays it up and banks it in. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
A joy to watch Butler with his ball handling. A lot of creativity. He's one of the most gifted players in the game.
Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Harris against Robinson. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Harris. Buries it down low. Harris has got his first points of the night.
Oh, heads-up play by Warren. Spotting a wide-open shooter and delivering a dime.
Here's Butler. Nice D from Warren. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. At the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Caleb Martin out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Strus in at the three.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Curry passes to Irving. The tray. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Strus. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Passes it to Sumner. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And two cities which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs. That's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
That free throw good from Strus. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Ben Simmons comes in for Edmund Sumner. So he gets them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
To the left wing. O'Neal inside. Defended by Strus. O'Neal kicks to KD. Shot, high post, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
When Kevin Durant is shooting this efficiently, it's lights out. Defense better make a change.
Back to Lowry. Hero against Irving. Jacks up a three, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Hero passes to Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 9 points for Bam Adebayo.
Continues to develop as a playmaker. It's nice to see Tyler Hero create for others.
Outside Irving. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Heat. And he sinks the second. Some things change here in the league, but a little trash talk still seems, Steve, like a key component to the game. I'm having a hard time remembering. Did you partake in that?
I did, Kevin, but I didn't call it trash talk. We just talked, and you tried to get into your opponent's head. And also, for me, I played better when I was talking.
O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Outside Lowry. Back to Oladipo. Shot from the top of the key, and he drops that one in.
And you got to be aware of Oladipo. Consistent at looking to score, especially in these kinds of ways.
It's Durant on the wing. Over Martin. And it's Durant missing. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter and finished off by Oladipo.
Even after some serious injuries, Oladipo still has some takeoff.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. And they double up Simmons. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
So it's Brooklyn now. Durant, the pass to Claxton. 5 on the clock, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Outside, Hero. Loads it up for Adebayo, and Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Adebayo kicks to Butler. Bounce pass from Lowry.
Last 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
Adebayo down low. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Outside, Simmons. The pass to Durant. Number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And clearly, Eric Spoelstra wants to talk it over. Last season, of course, Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think that the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors. But it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially in an age of positionless basketball.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
That's tipped, and they get it back. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
And you know, playing less than 30 minutes a game, Duncan Robinson shattered the Miami three-point record back in 2020.
Greg, he buried 273 pointers that season. Robinson works hard to find space on the perimeter. And if he's open, he's as accurate as it gets.
And he knocks down the first one.
From undrafted to a vital role player, Duncan Robinson has become one of the game's most lethal three-point shooters.
Robinson hits them both. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Sumner's shot is off. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 34% from the floor.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact, whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help. He provided the intimidation factor his defense needed.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.